Hello and welcome back to the channel. In the last video, I indicated that in an upcoming video, I would provide the details concerning what I was talking about in that video, which has to do with embassy performance and embassy prospects. It is in this video that I'm going to provide the relevant details, and in addition to that, I'm also going to speak about the importance of embassy prospects and say how you can use the prospects of your embassy to have an insight into your chances of being scheduled for interview as a diversity visa applicant. But before we go into that, let me say again, especially to those who are not aware, that I run a guidance program for diversity visa applicants. The program is currently open to DV 2024 applicants. So in case you are in need of any kind of service related to your diversity visa application, whatever it is, whether it is to understand how the diversity visa program works, whether it is about getting you prepared for your diversity visa interview, or it is something that is specific to your case, like requesting analysis concerning the situation of your diversity visa application, whatever it is, as long as it has to do with the diversity visa program, then take advantage of my diversity visa guidance program. I'm going to leave the link to my guidance platform just below this video. Click on it, and for a reasonable monthly subscription fee, join my diversity visa guidance program. It will enable you to be more relaxed with your diversity visa application. That is what my members are currently experiencing. So take advantage of my diversity visa guidance program. Now to our discussion for today. And as I said, it concerns embassy performance and embassy prospects. Now listen to this. When someone who is experienced in analyzing situations in the diversity visa program speaks about the performance of an embassy, it is not necessarily the current performance of that embassy. It could refer to the prospects of that embassy. And that is what I have been doing in my embassy performance reports, which have now become embassy prospects reports. But someone who is not experienced will only consider the current performance of the embassy and draw conclusions. And that is what some applicants have been doing. And that is the reason why I have changed the title of my reports from embassy performance reports to embassy prospects reports. Now, why do I focus on the prospects? That is the future performance and not the current performance of your various embassies. And there are two main reasons why. The first reason is that the way the diversity visa program works allows that. Look, for example, at the visa bulletins. The visa bulletin that is released in this month of February concerns interviews to be conducted in the month of April, 2 months from now. The same with interview scheduling. The case number ranges that we report when it comes to interview scheduling are case numbers to be interviewed 2 months from now. So why should I focus on what is obtaining at the embassies at the moment, whereas everything that has to do with the scheduling of interviews concerns 2 months from now? The second reason why I do not focus on the current performance of the embassy, but on the future performance, which is referred to as the prospects, is because the earliest that those of you who follow these reports could be interviewed is at least 2 months from now. So trying to get to know how your embassy is doing should not be how it is doing today. It should be how it is doing around the time that your interview could be conducted. That's the logic behind the focus on the prospects and not on the current performance. So the importance of embassy prospects to you, the diversity visa applicant who has not yet been scheduled for interview, is that it gives you an insight into what could be the situation prevailing at your embassy 2 months from now and possibly beyond, at the time when your interview should be conducted. So in case you have been considering the current performance of the embassy, that is how far interviews have gone at an embassy, at your embassy, then sorry to say that you have been mistaken. That is not sufficient to determine your prospects for interview. Your attention should be more on the data relating to interview scheduling and not on interviews currently conducted. And even at that level, the data relating to interview scheduling is not the only thing to consider to determine the prospects you have being assigned at that embassy. There are several other parameters that I take into consideration. Let me just give you an example of one of them. How long an embassy stays at its current interview scheduling range is one of those parameters. Let's take the situation of the Nairobi embassy at the moment. For weeks running, Nairobi has been at its current interview scheduling range. Now, the visa bulletin was released over a week ago, which made it possible for interview scheduling to move forward at the various embassies and consulates. A week has gone by, Nairobi has not moved. Logically speaking, Nairobi should move forward this week. If at the end of this week, we see that Nairobi remains at its current interview scheduling range, then it is not a good sign for those who are assigned at the Nairobi embassy who have not yet been scheduled for interview, because the delays currently experienced in interview scheduling at the Nairobi embassy will translate into delays around the time that such applicants are supposed to be interviewed. So speaking about embassy prospects is not just limited to looking at the raw data. In addition to the data, there are other parameters that also influence the prospects that applicants have being assigned to one embassy or the other. So how do you use your embassy prospect or these embassy prospects reports that are present? In case you see that the grade or the rating of your embassy continues to be good, then it means that it's good news. In case it continues on very good rating or excellent rating, that is also good. In case it improves, previously it was average prospects and it has improved, or it improves to good prospects, or from good prospect to very good prospect, or even to excellent prospect, then that is very good. But if it is the other way around, that is, you were at very good prospects and you see that the situation declines to good prospect and possibly to average prospect, then it is not good news for you, the applicant, because each of the rating that I present can be interpreted as your prospect being assigned at that embassy around the time that your interview is likely to be conducted. So that is how you should understand this issue of embassy prospects, otherwise referred to as embassy performance in the context of the diversity visa program. Now, don't forget, in case you have any preoccupation concerning your diversity visa case, then look just below this video. The link leading to my guidance program is found there. Click on that link and join the guidance program, and I will see you on the guidance platform. Thanks for watching this video. See you, God willing, in the next one. Goodbye.